back. Yay! Missed you.
We missed you too.
No, we didn't. I heard that. You thought you were going to be able to get away with that, and then you failed. Nice to see you. Yeah. Hi. It's so nice to be out of America. We have such a great president now. I feel like an idiot for having supported the other candidates because he's doing such a great job. Especially, I was just thinking about all of the people who are like, you know what, I don't like Trump, but I think I'm going to vote for him anyway because I just think he'll be good for the economy. Interesting. Hi, do you want to start us off?
Oh, okay. Hi, nice to see you back here in Rome. I wanted to ask if you could tell us anything about your character in The Boys and other interactions with the other supernatural cast.
Other interactions with the other supernatural cast. I can tell you that I did have interactions, if you know what I mean. Supernatural cast. We talked to Eric Kripke about that. Eric was there. He was on set, which was kind of fun because we got to hang out a little bit. But we asked Eric, so like, hey Eric, what do you think? What can we tease about what we're doing on the show? Because I'm sure fans are going to ask this weekend in Rome. And he said, well, you can tell them nothing. But it's okay if you say that you were, in fact, filming on The Boys. So that's what we're allowed to say.
And it's sticky.
And it's sticky.
Violent.
And violent. That's right. Yes, that's right. That was all that we were allowed. Sticky, huh? That's right. We did say sticky.
And
Food for thought.
and gross.
Yeah, it is gross. Yeah, it's gross. Yeah. You know, when Eric was show running Supernatural, there were all kinds of things that he wanted to do, but he couldn't do some of them because of budget restraints, and he couldn't do some of them because the CW, the network that we were working on, had morals. And now that he works for Amazon, he's got no limitations on his budget, and there's no moral code whatsoever, so he can do whatever he wants. And so that's cool because now we get to see what Eric Kripke's unfiltered mind will actually bring to bear, and it's quite disturbing. Yeah. Well, thank you for asking a question that I couldn't answer. Hi.
Hi, Misha. It's great to see you.
Great to see you as well.
So last time we were both here, I asked you about what concert would you like to go to, and you answered that you would like to take West to Imagine Dragons and Mason to Taylor Swift. So I want to ask, did you manage to do so?
No, I failed as a parent altogether. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Yeah.
You have a chance to do it.
All right. Thank you for the reminder. I will get on it. I'll try to book some tickets tonight so that I can report to you tomorrow that at least thank you for holding me accountable because I've really dropped the ball here. And not only that, but for my daughter's birthday last year, I said, I will take you to a concert for your birthday. You tell me what you want to go see, and she gave me the names of a few musicians she wanted to see. And that was 6 months ago, and I still haven't booked anything. So thank you for trying, at least, to hold my feet to the fire a little bit and make me be a better parent. That's really kind of you. And my children will appreciate it.
They sure do.
And yeah. God, I feel bad about myself. Hi,
Hi, Misha. Nice to see you again.
nice to see you.
Somebody last year at a convention questioned your character choices, your acting choices, and I've been waiting to say this an entire year. I don't know what they're talking about. You are a phenomenal actor.
I don't know what they're talking about. You didn't make any choices as an actor. Thank you. I've been actually, I've been really nervous to come back. I was afraid that somebody was going to say something mean to me again. Like, we didn't miss you or something. Yeah, you. Not only that, when I made that joke just now, she was texting on her phone. Like, totally distracted and not listening. I got my eyes on you. Thank you for saying that.
And I know you're doing The Boys now, but are there any plans to see you do more acting afterwards?
No, I'm retired.
No.
What's that? I'm 50 years old. I have to retire.
No.
You are? 59. Well, congratulations. You look great. Yeah.
So do you.
I don't have anything that I'm filming at the moment, or that I have a couple of projects that I'm trying to get off the ground, that I'm trying to produce, and I'm also like mulling over, trying to decide whether to do a couple of other things. So there are things that are, potentially happening, but I'm not jumping into anything at the moment. I'm more interested in writing something and producing it and actually having it be like really the project I want to work on. I had a couple of opportunities in the last couple of years to go work on a series that I realized, like, I'm not somebody who's motivated. I've never been somebody who's motivated just by money. It's not like, oh wow, well I make a lot of money doing that job, so I think I'm gonna sign up for that for the next 7 years. I kind of want it to be, I need it to be creatively fulfilling at this point. So I've had, there have been a couple of like series that look like that'll probably go for 7 years and I'll probably make a shitload of money. And I don't think I want to do that. So I'm waiting to see if I can find something that I'm really excited about. And that's what I would like to do.
I hope you find it.
Thank you. Yes, I also hope I find employment.
Thank you, Misha.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, Misha.
Hello.
First of all, sorry. It's always a challenge talking to you.
It's funny, that's what most of the people in my life say.
So, you will be doing a Castillo photo tomorrow?
Ah,
Yeah.
good, that's when that is. I was wondering. I was like, am I doing that today?
You didn't know that?
What?
You didn't know that?
No, but thank you for telling me. Yeah.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask, is it difficult to slip back into character? And does it bring feelings you want to share with us?
I feel like it's difficult to talk to you.
Sorry.
I mean, the truth is, I don't have to do a lot of dialogue in the photo ops, so that part's a little bit easy. And it's a funny thing with because I've been doing these Castiel photo ops in the U.S. for a while, and when I put on the trench coat and the costume, there's something happens to my body. Like immediately, I'm kind of like, just like something happens. It's like maybe like when Superman, puts on his cape and leotard, right? And he's like, and I'm like, just automatically. It is funny. Like my facial expressions change a little bit. I notice without me even thinking about it. Like people are like, normally people come into the photo, I'm like, and then people come into the photo, I'm like. It's just reflexive. It just happens. But yeah, it's fun.
Thank you.
You know, I miss cats.
We all miss him.
I love the idea of someday resurrecting Supernatural, and you know, and of course Eric Kripke would have to be at the helm of that. But then I'm afraid that, you know, he would make Castiel's penis explode or something like that. Like, now that he's not, you know, restricted by standards and practices at the CW, what is he gonna do? Is it like?
He's like, so you're gonna love this, guys. We're actually going to show Cass and Dean with full penetration. What do you think? And Jen's gonna be like, yeah. I'm like, "Ah." Oops.
See what you've done? Now you've gotten me in trouble with the internet. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Hi.
I have a question about fan gifts you get or mail.
Yeah.
What's the most memorable one you have?
The most memorable
Fan or mail or gift you got?
Well, I think the scary, like, hey, I'm gonna come to your house and kill your family letters. Those ones really, they stick with me. Yeah, it's kind of like, oh, they're here. Yeah, I get some like super creepy stalker letters.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And I hate it. It's like people, like creepy people, like sending photos of my house in the mail with like
That's not okay.
creepy letters, and it's like, ugh, get a life. Like that's just so bad.
Yeah. Is there any good ones?
No, there's nothing good.
Well, I have something for you. I'll give it to you.
You're like, oh, I was gonna give you a
Yeah.
picture of your house. Now I'm not gonna do that.
Good thing I asked.
Yeah, there are some very sweet and thoughtful things, and like beautiful crocheted, you know. But my daughter has like gone through the fan gifts and curated she has like this little Castiel shrine in her room. She's never even watched the show, but she's got this like cute little Castiel shrine of like all these little figurines and dolls that people have made, and sometimes people just like make or give me things that are just beautiful, and I'm like, oh my god, I love that. My kids, there's this thing that you can print in a 3D printer called the Rocktopus, and it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's head with octopus tentacles. And we had like a cheap, like $200 3D printer in the garage, and we just had it running constantly, printing Roctopuses. And my daughter made this collection of like 50 Roctopuses. Each one is painted like with a different thing. It's like Taylor Swift Roctopus and like Scary Killer Crown Roctopus. And she would like come and like cut my hair or cut my beard and use it to like put hair on the Roctopuses. Like it's this weird art installation in our house. And a fan made me this awesome Rocktopus t-shirt. And I love it. And then I found that fan and I had to make one for everybody in my family. So now we all have rock. So that's an example of something. In fact, I think I have this shirt with me. Maybe I'll wear it tomorrow, my Rocktopus shirt. But there are lots of things that I get. And also, and I'm not telling you what to do or anything, but I always find it so sweet when fans give me little, or not even so little, like big envelopes full of money. Oh, that's sweet. No, the bigger the bill, the better. Yeah. I'm sorry. Talk to Jensen about that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
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 I saw a video yesterday from you,
Oh.
and I saw you speaking about your homeland, and I was so, yes, so, yeah, he says everything, because every time I'm frustrating about my work, and I'm thinking like, I can do more, but I can't. I see your videos and I see your work, and I'm so relieved and happy.
Aww.
And you're my, in this case, you're my idol and my inspiration for doing more work for children and for women and nations. So I want to know, what is your idol or inspiration to keep your energy back for your work, fight your emotions? But because I see this yesterday night, and you're so angry and frustrated and depressed and sad, and I'm seeing this and I say, this is the feeling you give me, and I'm relieved because I'm not the only one person.
I thank you. Those are very sweet words, and I think I'm trying to figure things out myself as I go, just like everybody else. And sometimes I share the struggle that I'm having with other people. It's really hard, you know. I consider myself an activist or somebody who wants to figure out how to make the world a better place in whatever way I can, whatever my capacity is. I want to make that contribution. And there are times when it feels like, oh my God, what's the point? It's so fucking hard, and we're up against these forces that are so much bigger than us and so much stronger than us. It's really hard to think about, you know, in my country right now, there are families that I know that are getting ripped apart, and you know, people who've been living in the US for 30 years and paying taxes and never so much as got a speeding ticket in their entire lives are being deported and treated like they're like felons, right? And kids like losing their parents in these things, and it's horrifying to see. And part of me thinks like, what can I do? Like, how can I stand up to the U.S. government, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I also know people that I can be like, hey, you know what? If you need to come stay at my house for a while until like this deportation shit is done, like, you know, you can do something. You can do something. There's always something you can do. Even if you're not changing the course of history, you can at least impact the lives of a single family, and that's worth it, right? And I take some comfort in knowing that there's always something that you can do. And also, I've realized like you can't do everything, so you just have to find a balance in the process of making whatever the contribution you're going to make to the broader world, and also taking care of yourself and taking care of your family, because if you don't do that, then you're not going to have the resources to help anyone else. So it's a balancing act for sure. But I find that there's no like one person that I take inspiration from in life, but there are a lot of people that I look to for guidance, and a lot of people that I talk things through with, and a lot of people who have helped me in different areas, you know. There's a Buddhist meditation teacher that has been like an incredible guide to me. His name is Philip Moffitt, and he's like this older, wiser, he's almost 80, and he's old and wise and has had a very rich and full life and has thought a lot about these things and talks to me about, you know, my struggles. And sometimes I think about my mother and the things that she did in raising me, and how that still informs how I think about the world. And I talk to my partner, and she's, you know, she thinks about these things a lot, and I think it's really nice to be sort of in a community of people who actually are thinking about these same questions, like how can we still make a difference and stay sane in this really challenging world, and to have those conversations with people who actually care. I don't surround myself with a lot of people who don't care, so that helps, you know?
I'm from Turkey.
Yes.
I have a lot of anxious. I'm afraid of my people in Turkey. So I'm seeing America. Asking me, how is your feeling about this? Are you feared or have you plans to go?
I mean, yeah, like Turkey has been descending further and further into fascism, and I think it's pretty scary that our president looks at that and is like, oh, I like what they're doing in Turkey, because that seems to be what he's saying. And yeah, there's a little bit of me that feels fearful in my country. I'm not going to flee anytime soon. I think I'd rather like find a way to stay and fight to whatever extent possible. But you know, I also wonder, like, are they going to give me a hard time when I cross back into the border? Because I don't, my social, you know, I don't know if you know this now, but if you're coming into the United States, they can look through your phone to see if you said bad things about Trump on your social media. And I feel like before I fly back from here, I want to just go online and post like 5 times in a row, fuck Trump. So that when they open up my phone, I can be like, yeah, it's right there. But yeah, anyway.
I love you.
Thank you. Nice to talk to you. Hi.
Hi, Misha. Jim's not the same without you, so it's really nice to have you back.
Nice to meet you.
And I apologize, because I'm going to bring the tone right down after that serious question.
Oh, great.
I was just wondering, on a scale from Jensen's bare butt to Rob's bare everything, how internet breaking do you expect your role on The Boys to be?
I have to admit, like, going into the Boys, I did have a bit of trepidation because we talked about me being on The Boys before I saw what it was that Eric wanted me to do. And I was kind of imagining, like, you know, Eric would give me a character who chokes to death on his own penis, or something like that. Like, I was thinking, like, oh my God, can anything be as bad as what happened to Rob? But I'm not gonna spoil things for you. But Rob might still take the cake. I mean, it was pretty impressive. I laughed when I told this to Eric, but I was like, you know, Eric, it's funny. Like you really helped boost Rob's career. You wrote him into Supernatural. You made him into God on Supernatural, and you gave him a ton of work there, but also, you know, a lot of exposure in a really cool role. And then you're like, and now I'm going to destroy your career. And I'm going to make you eat your own ass on national television. International television.
I had forgotten about it. It was back in my head.
Oh my God. I wish there had been video footage of Rob when he's like, oh my God, Ruth, honey, Eric is going to bring me on The Boys. He says it's a pretty big role. He says there's going to be a lot of me, actually. I don't even know what that means. He says we're going to see me from all angles. I don't know what but I'm really excited, and then the footage of him like reading the script, like you're like, oh, there's honey, look, there's my character name. Oh yeah, it looks really. Honey. What's that?
Your script experience wasn't quite like that.
It wasn't as traumatizing. Not quite. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for bringing that traumatizing moment to my mind again.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's this one little part where he's like this,
Oh no!
and then he kind of like turns out toward camera and he's like, do you remember that little touch? Oh my God.
I'm asexual, and that scene made me even more asexual.
Yeah.
God, that was awful.
Yeah, I don't think that I honestly don't think that a lot of people masturbated to that scene. I think most people probably found it pretty off-putting.
I know there's some weird shit on OnlyFans, so I'm really surprised. Anyway, first of all, you look fucking amazing.
Thank you very kindly.
And I was wondering, after playing cast for so many years, what are some things that you learned from him and things that you apply into your day-to-day life because of him?
Well, you know, my mind is going actually to what I learned working on Supernatural for so many years. And it's actually, I think, a lesson that sort of overlaps between the experience of working with a crew like that and the character of Castiel and his relationship with Sam and Dean. But working on Supernatural, we were a part of a big team. You know, there's like 150 people on the crew, right? And everybody has to show up, and everyone has to do their job. Everyone has to do their part. If the on-set painter isn't on their game when they have to fix something on the wall, 150 people are sitting around waiting. If I don't know my lines, or if I'm being a prima donna on set, which is my natural inclination, then everyone, 150 people are left in the lurch. And there was a real culture on that set of just showing up and doing the work and not complaining. Like, we would be outside in the winter in Vancouver when it was raining and below freezing. Like, and that doesn't really happen, I guess. But it was really, really cold and really wet, and it was 4 o'clock in the morning, and everybody was still working and nobody was complaining. And so it had the effect of kind of toughening me up and making me realize, like, I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna do the work, I'm gonna be grateful to be here, I'm not gonna complain, and I'm gonna think about the whole team that I'm impacting. And that has stayed with me in a lot of different ways. But I think that same kind of ethos, that same kind of mentality was also within the dynamic between the fictional characters of Sam, Dean, and Cass. Like, you didn't see Dean or Cass complaining about being chilly very often in the show, if you'll notice.
Of course.
They were just like, and I think that that's part of what what the audience loved about the show. It was kind of, there's something aspirational about it. Like, these people are facing impossible odds, and they're outnumbered and they're outgunned time and time again, and yet they show up with grit and resolve and determination, and they don't fail, and they have each other's backs. So I think those things are inspiring to me as well as to the audience. You know?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, nice to see you.
Hi.
I originally wanted to ask something about the boys too, but you can't answer. So, what's your favorite Castiel scene like of all time?
My favorite Castiel scene, I would have to say, is the last scene that Cass did. Or I guess I did it. But I think that was my favorite. I loved getting to have that be my goodbye on the show, and the message that it sent, and the evolution of the character that represented. I
I mean, he went from showing up on Earth looking at humans as this strange alien race that he was really perplexed by and trying to decipher. He went from that to realizing like, oh, I'm actually motivated by the love for another human being and being so fully integrated with mankind. And I think that was a like really beautiful character arc to have be the resolution for Cass. So I think that's my favorite.
Yeah, it's really meaningful. Thank you.
Thank you. Creating a huge disturbance here. Hi everyone.
Hi.
We missed you. We were just talking about you. Hi.
Hi. I am going to torture you with another voice question.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry, but it's more it's in a way you can talk about it.
Okay.
So, not having in mind whatever Kripke gave you, what would your idea of either a superhero or a boy's character be for the show, in your mind?
I can't think of anything that's not like semen related. It's, I mean, the characters that Eric is creating on the show now, it's like, as he's wrapping up season 5, he's coming up with stuff that's like, what the fuck, man? What? They're really just, it does make what happened with Rob seem like really remarkably tame. And he was describing some particular superhero characters that he's created that he had like really big established kind of movie stars set to play, and then they got the script and they're like, oh no, no, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I won't. I don't really know the answer to that question, but I can tell you that I had a lot of fear going into this process. Like, is Eric gonna just like turn me? Is my character gonna be someone who is like their superpower is that they can turn into semen and then just like spray up somebody's nose and explode their brain? Like what is it gonna do to me? And I can say that did not happen. Yeah, thank you, mercifully.
Well, there's some good ideas there.
Yeah, really good ideas. Hi.
Hi. Thank you for coming to Italy.
Thank you for allowing me into your country.
Which is which is the link between you and Castiel? Do you have something in common?
Is there anything in common with Castiel?
Yeah.
Well, I've heard people have said that we look alike. And that we have similar speech patterns and sound similar. So I don't know that there's. No, we don't. That's actually a good point. I really don't sound like Castiel. I was at the gym and Supernatural came on and I was like, hey guys, can you turn that up? It's a really good show. And it was me and it was Cass and Dean talking in a scene and we were both like, hey Dean. Hey Cass. What the fuck were we doing? Were we fooling anyone? Did anyone think that we actually thought like, hey, we're gonna sound really tough?
We believe you.
You believed it? You actually thought we were tough? Hilarious. I think that Cass is very conscientious and like really cares about other people or about people and tries to do the right thing. And I like to think of myself that way as well. Now the people that know me well would argue with that, but that's how I think of myself. So maybe that, yeah.
Thank you.
And also, you know, Castiel, his true form is as big as the Empire State Building, and I have to say, it's not far off, so. Who was that? Hi.
Hi. I have a situation.
It's wrapped up my back. Just so you know. There's a harness, okay? Such a gross thought. Yes?
If all main actors of Supernatural were on the plane that was about to crash, and you had a parachute to save one of the actors, who would it be?
Well, I feel like, you mean like me, Jared, and Jensen?
Let's maybe take all actors of Supernatural.
All of the actors on Supernatural?
Yes.
I was gonna say the oldest one should go, should take a parachute, but not if all of the cast. I don't know, I think we should just do something like arbitrary but fair. To decide, like a little contest or something to just determine.
If you have no time, then.
We have no time, but very quickly, like who can do the most accents?
Oh,
You know, I'm just picking that one, but I think that's really I think it should be me. And I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why. Because I think that I will be best positioned to tell the world what wonderful people my castmates were. And I can convey that in a really eloquent way, you know? Because I've written some poetry, I can make it very poetic. And I think that that is what everybody would want. I think you'll agree, right? And I think they would agree as well. That's what they would want. They would want to be remembered in poetry written by me. So I think that we have actually had this experience, you know. There were several Supernatural cast members who were on a plane. Do you know this story?
No.
So it was actually right before, it was the last convention before the pandemic. It was actually the night that I filmed my last scene on Supernatural. Castiel died. I said goodbye to the whole cast. And then because we were shooting so late and we had a convention in Las Vegas the next morning, the only way we could make it there in time is that the convention company, Creation, had to charter a plane to take us from Vancouver to Las Vegas. And so we got to the airport at like 2 o'clock in the morning, we got on the plane, took off, and we got about 15 minutes into the flight, and there was this huge explosion. It was like this flash of light and this like violent shock in the plane. And then the plane started like shaking and screaming. It was a jet plane, and one of the jet engines had literally exploded. You could see the engine out the window. The metal was all like shredded up on the jet engine. And the pilot got on the PA and was like, guys, we are turning back to Vancouver. We're gonna do an emergency landing. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but the engine is, like, we lost an engine, and it was like a screaming sound coming from the engine at this point. And the plane was just like barely staying in the air, it felt like. And so we all circled, we flew back toward Vancouver, and there was like 7 or 8 fire engines on the tarmac waiting for us. And as we came back into cell range, we all just like pulled out our phones and texted our wives and said like, tell the kids I love them, because we thought we were gonna die. And there was one parachute, and Jensen did grab it for himself. It was interesting to see how we all responded to that experience. And remarkably, we all really did think, oh, we might be dying right now. It was like we were really confronted with that. And we were all remarkably calm in the process. Like nobody was like, oh my God, like nobody was freaking out. And Jensen took the
Thank you, Misha.
Thank you.
Hi. Oh, sorry. Hey, angels. I want to always say that. Okay. Thank you for your performance, Misha. And I want to ask, could you recommend 3 movies that we definitely have to see in this life? You know, like a masterpiece.
Oh my
Maybe
goodness.
some movies which inspires you.
3 masterpiece movies. I really loved the first Matrix. I thought it was just an awesome movie. I've watched it many times. I've watched The Man Who Knew Too Little with Bill Murray probably 17 or 18 times. I really love that movie. And for some reason, this movie that I haven't seen in a long time by Jim Jarmusch, Down by Law. Does anyone know that movie? Yeah. It's a great little, like, weird. Roberto Benigni is the star of it, and it's a fucking great movie from like 25 years ago. But picking 3 movies is totally unfair. There are so many. I mean, I just watched Beverly Hills Cop with the kids, and I was like, this is a masterpiece. This is an amazing film. It was. Yeah, I almost revealed a big spoiler from The Boys just now. Fuck, you almost got me. What are your 3 movies? I mean, Stonehenge Apocalypse. What?
Well, actually, I don't know. I like Lost in Translation.
Yeah, Lost in Translation is pretty good. That's a good
Yeah, I think
movie.
it's a good one. I like Matrix too. I think it's like a new era, you know, like in movie industry. Well, of course, Supernatural story.
Supernatural, though, is not a movie. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Have you seen, here's another good one that I think was that had a pretty big impact on me as a young person. Debbie Does Dallas. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here.